before that the other morning, and we went out on a game drive and it was pouring and pouring in the rain, and we saw a leopard walking on the airstrip, stuck in some impalas. And then shortly after we had left the leopards on the airstrip, and then we bump onto the private line and the elephants and rhinos. The only animal that we hadn't seen that morning was a buffalo, but we saw 4 out of 5 in the pouring rain. So generally, when it's raining that heavy, you don't see much. These animals tend to go into the thicker bushes to look for some shelter. So you just never know. And it's a beauty of the nature. So Mother Nature decides what you can see. I've also done the Kruger Park day trips there with Ghost. You can drive for miles and miles and miles and miles, and you see absolutely nothing. And as you're about to give up, and you just come around one bend, oh, boom, bump onto the elephant or something extremely exciting. So yeah, it's, as I said, it just appeared to be in the wrong area at the wrong time, and it appeared to be in the right area at the right time. That's how it works. And if you have a blind tracker like Seb, that's also what it happens.
Sorry, what?
Blind camera person. Forever. You're not going to film me.
Yeah.
Wow. Seb says he's not going to put me in the shot because I said he's blind. Just kidding. You know, he's got an eagle's eye, Seb, and it's for its things unbelievably, yeah.
Thank you, but
Unbelievably. Yeah. You must eat carrots, Seb. Carrots, it's good for your eyes. And that's what the people say. I don't know. You eat carrots and then you have an excellent eyesight. They sharpen your eyes. apparently. I used to have a tracker who has an unbelievably eyesight, and the guests often ask him, "Wow, how did you spot that?" Yeah, he says, "No, I eat carrots every day, and it's sharpen my eyesight." And everyone just based it and laughed. But in the long grass like this, and then you can hardly spot anything. Yeah. The moment is quite difficult. The bush is very, very thick. This morning, and we could have driven past a leopard lying down long grass by quarantine, because the guinea fowls were going crazy and crazy non-stop. And we could have also driven past an elephant along Weaver's Nest, Zoe's Road, or somewhere. There were lots of elephant tracks all over the show this morning. Okay, here we are at Belfast Dam. Is there any movement around the dam? You can switch off and sit quietly and listen and look around, see if we can pick up any movement. Beautiful morning and night cool of a water thick near a Dakop. Franklins are going crazy on the other side of the dam. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's go and have a look around. What is annoying those francolins? Go around the other side. on Franklin is looking that way. Nothing. I don't see a bird of prey sitting in the trees here either. No movement. Could have been a snake. Let's book the Franklins. We're gonna be moving on. Lots of people in the chat room want to know why I call myself Bush Boy. It's because I have lived all my life in the bush. I was born and brought up in the bush. I'm not a city boy. I am really an African bush boy. What is so an elephant? Yes, I think it's an elephant. Standing absolutely still, and it looks like a termite mound. So we have Jumbo. What is it? Very nice. Voilà. Wow. See what Seb spotted with his eagle's eyes.
You spot an elephant, I spot a feather.
This is from a lilac-breasted roller. Theater. Nice.
Don't lose it, huh?
I won't lose it. I'll keep it from my grandma. Morning, Jumbo. Oh. This kind of behavior is called displacement aggression. So he nearly uprooted the tree to displace his aggression towards us. He's busy eating the marilla berries and underneath the marilla tree, and doesn't want to be interrupted. And the elephants tend to get extremely aggressive when you try to disturb them when they're eating the marilla berries on the ground. That is why many people many years ago thought that the elephants do get drunk from eating the marilla berries. Hello, my boy.
Morning.
We did nothing wrong to you. So he thinks now we're also coming to eat the marilla berries. They're all yours, Mr. J. Jumbo. So you can eat and enjoy them as much as you like. The amazing creature, the elephant. Jack, we would like to know how old this elephant bull is. He will be about 35 years or more. Those wooden kingfishers are very excited for some reasons. Maybe it's because the elephant is flushing out some insects for them. flying around above our heads and the elephants. I'm just gonna go around the other side of him. One mother than love you and a 5 break west of Jack's Road. Just look at the size of his ears. He's trying to intimidate us. I don't think this is Magodia. I didn't see the hole on his left ear. And again, Magodia is not as cheeky as this guy. Yes. Magodia is a very, very relaxed elephant bull.
Gentleman.
Yeah, he's the gentleman. The gentle giant. I've never heard of anyone being charged by Magodia since I have known Magodia. He's kind of a guy that he understands our language, the human behavior. And he's obviously very, very well accustomed to their vehicles. So. You can get to Magodia and as close as you want, and he wouldn't react aggressively towards you. At one stage in 7i, we were about 1 or 2 meters away from Magodia. That's how close we were. And he was fine, relaxed and feeding and doing his own thing. He was completely unconcerned about our presence. But this guy, and then he gave us a mouth charge from 50 meters away. So he has definitely no hole in his ears. So it's a different guy. PG, good morning to you. I suppose this is your chat's name. And she wants to know, how can you tell how old the elephant is? Look at that. Look at how the elephant can reach. Oh, here we go. Wow. Very, very funny. Young elephant bull. And all what it's trying to do is to intimidate us. And we've given him space. But he's still quite unhappy about us being here. Maybe he is intoxicated as the people's thought. PG, and the only way, or not the only way, the best way to tell how old the elephant is just to, if you look on his forehead, and they have dents. If you look at the dents of this guy just above the eyes, the elephants tend to have dents, and oh, there's another elephants. More elephants, yeah. They're in the drainage line east of Belgium Dam. So the more deeper the dents get, it's how is the older the elephant is. So if you look at the dents of this guy, they're not too deep at all. So that obviously means that he is still a very young elephant bull. Just like some humans, and some humans also, the dents also tend to get deeper as they get older. And the people used to judge the elephant's age by looking at the size of the tusks. But you can't actually determine the age of the elephant just by the tusks, because, as I said the other day, that the size of the elephant based on the genes. So you all sometimes see an old elephant bull with the smaller tusks or shorter tusks, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that particular elephant bull is young. So he could be old, but as I said, it's something to do about genetic here. Jack in Florida. Good morning to you, Jack. Jack wants to know if this elephant bull is far from his head or is nearby. The head sounds near to us, Jack. So they must be in the drainage line south of us and the east of Belgic Dam. So as the crow flies, and there will be about a couple of 100 meters south of us. So they are relatively close to this particular elephant bull. And yeah, he might hang around by himself for a long time. But bulls generally tend to spend most of the times on their own. And they tend to congregate in the smaller numbers or the larger numbers to get at the breeding heads at the at the dams, and when they finish drinking again, and they'll go their separate ways. So the bulls don't stay in the family unit like the breeding heads do. So they forage for food separately and individually. So he's making his way towards the other elephants. It's moving too fast and into the bushes here. So he's obviously trying to catch up with the other elephants in the drainage line. Maybe we should also make our way towards Belsup Dam. So they might be making their way to Belsup Dam to drink water there. Misha, good morning to you, and welcome on board. Misha wants to know, what do I mean if I say dance? The same dance as another big spider web over here. Same dance as the humans have, or do I mean the balls on the forehead? So when I mean dance, it's basically there's the skin is falling deep inside the side of the forehead, and they almost look like the wooden bowls or the fruit bowls, and they're very deep inside the but basically on the outside of the forehead. So that's what I mean by saying dents. And it's like if you punch a hole onto something and it doesn't go through. That's the kind of a dent that I'm talking about. So the skin on the side of the elephant's forehead, and then it goes deeper and deeper and deeper as the elephant gets older and older. They were screaming somewhere in the drainage down here to your right. I don't see anything for now. No sign of them at Belgic Dam so far. We're gonna move on. And I'm sure they will come and drink water during the course of the day. Raid has been down for a while in the update in North Ngari. Jackson coming. And you've been on West Ngari for the last 10 minutes. Okay, copy that. Thanks. Apparently there is a small breeding herd of buffaloes at Treehouse Dam, and the hippo is also out of the water at Treehouse Dam. And hopefully they'll stick around the dam the rest of the day, and hopefully we will get to see them this afternoon. It will be nice to see the hippo out of the water during the day. Don't often see the hippos out of the water, but they are very, very shy when they are out of the water. Two young kudu bulls and Belsa cut line are standing and staring at us. Running. Wow. And the buck walking off. They're magnificent creatures. Hello, Mr. K. Oh no. The kudu bulls are generally very, very shy antelopes, yeah. Wat is om? I'm having dip into the bushes again. Camera shies. It's warming up nicely, yeah? So hopefully this afternoon there will be activities around the dams. Buffaloes will come out and chill out in the water. Elephants also come out to the dams and drink and play and bath. Just want to quickly show you this magnificent jackalberry tree. This is one of the favorite tree of gorilla. I have seen gorilla lying up in this tree in a numerous occasion. I've also seen one of the boys also lying up in the same tree before. It's also one of my favorite tree on Western Garia. It's very huge jackalberry tree. If you look at the branches, man, they're all situated in a horizontal position, which is a perfect tree for a leopard to lie up during the day, or even to host a kill. I think this is the biggest jackalberry tree on Western Garia, or the biggest tree on Western Gari. I've never seen a big tree as big as this particular jackalberry on Western Gari. The jakkalsbesie boom in Afrikaans. The tree produces fruits and are edible by primates, baboons, monkeys, birds, and man. And apparently it got its name jackalberry because the people have seen jackals eating the fruits of that tree. Jackalberry tree. buffaloes lying down at Gowrie Dam. Still no sign of that crocodile. They'll spend all day long lying down in the water, chewing the cords. And maybe the terrapins will also come and climb on their backs and sound themselves up and then eat the parasites of their body at the same time. You can see a couple of oxpeckers are busy moving around their backs and looking for parasites as well. We're gonna end our drive right over here, and it has been a great morning. So beautiful elephant bull feeding on the marilla berries and beautiful sceneries and the beautiful sign of the wildlife. And apparently there was a commotion around Gowrie Dam last night, and then we came and have a look around. We didn't see anything, and I didn't know what it was. So yeah, we'll see how it goes this afternoon. And thanks very much for joining us. And they've been watching Wildlife Safari. My name is Patrick. Seb has been behind the camera, Crack back in final control, and from me, Patrick, and the rest of the crew. Bye for now. We'll see you again this afternoon. Have a good day.